Property Pulse.
With Property Finder, where life moves.
The industry insider's view of the real estate market.
Talking property now at a time when the international papers are full of headlines about a post-COVID bounce in Dubai's super luxury sector. And we are joined now by a man behind the sale of two of the most expensive villas to change hands in Dubai. One went for 105 million dirhams, the other for 111, just over. Ricardo Scala is head of luxury sales, fittingly, at luxuryproperty.com. Ricardo, thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So tell us about these properties. What will 111 million dirhams get you these days?
Well, I mean, we're talking about super luxury, high-end properties here. Specifically in the Palm Jumeirah, this one was. The finest of all materials that you can think of, to be honest with you. The original idea for that particular property was for the owner to have built it from scratch and to have lived in it himself. And then priorities changed a little bit, so when you build something for yourself, you spare no expense on the quality of everything you get. So high-end marble, Italian marble, brands such as Minotti, Bentley, Versace, all these different things are pretty much part of what a luxury super prime property has today.
Come on, paint us a picture. I want to hear about private saunas and cinema screening rooms.
Yeah, pretty much. So, okay, so cinema screening room, that's the coolest one. IMAX cinema screen room. Go in with 3, 6, 9, 12 different seats, lazy boy seats, all high-end. Amazing IMAX screen, not a projector, a proper 200-inch screen. Soundproofed, everything was amazing in this property. And right outside the door, you had all the candy sitting there with the popcorn and the drinks and everything else. So no expense spared for the delivery of such a nice home.
Pool?
Yeah, pool. Beautiful pool on the ground floor, looking on infinity pool, of course, as has to be here in Dubai. Right on the beach. In addition to that, you had a rooftop jacuzzi, and in the rooftop jacuzzi, a kind of transparent jacuzzi as well, where the television came up through the sides. Just absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant. Tell us, what can you tell us about who was selling both of these properties?
Very discerning clients who like to keep their privacy.
Nationality?
Nationality, Swedish and Russian for those two sellers. The buyers were coming in from Europe as well, Germany and Geneva as well. What we found was that it was the discretion, and it was the necessity for the discretion from the private client advisory side of things. These are the type of people that don't want to be publicised too much about. They want to keep things private. Of course, when you're selling a home, there's certain amounts of types of advertising and marketing that has to be done. But especially from the buyer's point of view, discretion is very important.
I didn't see either of these online.
One of them was not online. One of them was promoted a little bit online, but the idea was to keep that exclusivity and invite clients to come and see it. But in addition to coming to see these properties, you couldn't just invite anyone to come in. You had to have the proper kind of qualification done to these type of clients.
You check out someone's bank account beforehand?
We have to do that kind of thing sometimes, yeah. So pre-qualification on clients is very important, because we don't want to waste buyers' times, we don't want to waste sellers' times, and I don't want to waste my time as well, so being perfectly honest. So when we work with clients, we have to qualify these clients to make sure that they are who they say they are, which sometimes if you take on face value, it doesn't transpire. So when we have the ability to check these clients, it just makes everything much more serious and much more real.
How do you check that someone is who they say they are?
Well, we personally do it in a very specific way. We ask in a very nice way for proof of funding through verifications from their bank. We don't necessarily have to see their bank statements or their money, but it's very important for us to ask for bank letters that are stamped by the bank, whether that's here in Dubai or whether it's in a different country. It gives us an opportunity to see that the bank is behind them as well. Profiling is very important as well, and we live in a modern digital age, so LinkedIn profiling, if they're there, they can be found. If they're not there, like some of these clients are, we have to ask for a little bit more detail just to have verification.
How do you do that in the time of crypto, where one of the big advantages is that all of this stuff isn't necessarily traced?
Well, to be honest with you, it's all about how you handle a client from the beginning. So I don't know how other people do it, but with myself, I find it very, very important to be completely honest up front as much as possible. I feel that having the ability to meet people face to face if they're here in Dubai. If not, we've experienced with COVID in the past year and a bit now that the rise of digital video conferencing calls. It's having the ability to look people in the eyes and have an honest conversation with them. And then from there you can read body language, and you can assess from that point. That's stage one.
What do you think the attraction is at the moment in that super prime sector? Why are we seeing it rise?
Well, I think we're seeing it rise from my personal point of view because there is not enough of it, first of all. There needs to be more of it. And there are lots of properties that are coming to the market within the next 12 to 13 months throughout the city, which will hit that mark. You have a lot of discerning clients that are coming from parts of the world that are used to luxurious finishing and luxurious homes. So one thing I can tell you about both clients that bought the 2 villas from myself, both of them said, oh, these are cheap. These are very good value for money. Because where they're coming from in the world, they're used to paying a substantial amount more, and we've seen that as well with the value of the Dubai market, where what you get for your money here is so much better than anywhere else in the world.
Why are they buying them though? Are they buying them for investment reasons? Are they relocating?
It's a combination of both, to be honest with you. One of my ones was bought for investment, and the other one was bought for personal use, vacation home. Yeah. And
where does the buyer's money come from? Is it business? Is it family money? Is it Bitcoin?
To be honest with you, there's a combination of all three. I've got numerous clients on the go just now through our private client office. These are clients that come in through different channels who are Bitcoin cryptocurrency clients, business clients who have made their wealth from their companies, which are international companies, and then other clients that are coming from family wealth where their parents have had their companies and they're maybe second generation or third generation.
I've got just 1 minute left with you. What's the premium on those prices? Those villas, 105 million dirhams, 111 million. What would they have gone for pre-pandemic?
Pre-pandemic, we were 105 one. Pre-pandemic would have probably went for about 93, 95. Okay. And the other one would have went for, well, at a very specific price point, but pre-pandemic it would have went for probably under the 100 mark. But with that demand, everything was pushed up. And we're seeing that as well with the new properties that are coming. They're all going to be over 100 as well.
Ricardo Scala is Head of Luxury Sales at luxuryproperty.com, talking to us about selling 2 very punchy villas indeed.
Oh, you listen to the Business Breakfast. You're listening and watching the Business Breakfast. We're live here on Dubai Eye 103.8. Also live on your TV, Dubai One TV. We are getting ready for the weekend, Brandy Scott, but one of the team, a certain Serena Kelly, is heading where this weekend?
Serena Kelly is going down the road to Abu Dhabi. Going to go get wet.
It is the big day out, and it's taking place at Yas Waterworld. Yas Island offers the